That's right.
That's right.
We're back. Back on Saturday afternoon. How are you doing, my friend?
Doing excellent, brother. How you doing?
I'm living the dream, feeling relaxed. That's because I just got back like a little while ago from vacation.
Very nice.
Family and I, like the whole family, my wife, my kids, my sister-in-law, her kids, my mother-in-law, grandmother-in-law, went and had a beach house down in Ocean City, New Jersey. Sorry, I'm getting text from my daughter now. Where I'm actually from, South Jersey, and I went to Ocean City High School years ago, so I still have family and friends down there. And we got a beach house 3 years ago, and we liked it so much we got the same house again this year. So we brought the kids out there. It was a great time. Beach, boardwalk, all kinds of cool stuff.
How could you beat it, bro? How could you beat it?
It's beautiful. I'll never be able to sort of divorce sort of that part of me. Like, I love just being kind of like down at the shore. Like,
Yeah.
growing up, just being in and around that area just becomes like a part of you. Like, wherever you grew up,
Yeah.
some part of it will be a part of you. And we got down down to the shore house last Saturday. And the shore house it's not on the beach, it's a block off the beach, but it's pretty close. And Saturday evening we went straight to the beach, just to at least get out there, put our feet in the sand the first day, and just put our feet in the water. Of course, the kids, no bathing suits or anything, just dove right in the water immediately.
Yeah.
No regard.
Yeah.
No regard for anything.
Just go for it. Yeah.
And dude, I step out there and it's like, and I breathe in like the salt in the air from the salt water, and it's just like, God,
the ocean will give you a different chi, man, for sure. I lived at the beach for about 11 years, man, so I know.
Mhm.
I lived and breathed the ocean almost every day, man. I surfed for a long time, and I spent a lot of years down at the beach, so I know that feeling, dude. It's a good one.
It's wonderful. So, and a week is like, I feel like it's a good time to kind of like really get into it, and the family's big enough now where like, we don't necessarily have to do the same thing all the time. So there was a couple of days where like the girls all wanted to just be at the beach, and then my son Chase and I wanted to hit the boardwalk, so we would just head on over to the boards, hit up the boardwalk.
Nice. What's on the boardwalk? Do they have like shops, arcades? I mean, what is it?
Yeah,
like?
Exactly. So there's all kinds of different, the different kinds of shops that sell like T-shirts and hats and tchotchkes
Right.
and hermit crabs and
What do they
jewelry
call
and stuff.
the tourist traps, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
They have those, and there's a pretty good arcade. There's a pretty sizable arcade there that
I was gonna say old school arcades on the boardwalk have to be super cool, man.
And it has all the modern shit, and some of the modern shit's really good. But if you go way in the back, there's another big area that's like the stereotypical Jersey Shore stuff, skee ball, lots of pinball machines,
nice
stuff like that. There's all kinds of food, like the traditional funnel cake, different things like that, but also like multiple pizza places, brick oven pizza places, multiple taco places. The best thing I've had, which might be, and if it's at a place called Rendon, I'll post the picture of it because I took a picture of it because it was so good. These birria tacos were so freaking good. I got them multiple times.
Nice.
And then like, just activities, like there's multiple different mini golfs with different themes. There's rides. There's like Chase and I did haunted mini golf one day. We did medieval mini golf another day. There's a mirror maze. There was a laser maze, which sounded cool. It wasn't nearly as cool as it sounded. Rygon. So you'll notice, everyone, we are missing a key element to the show, and that's Ryan Gonzalez. That's because he and Amber have
a play date
to hang out with Orkins. They have a play date with Dave and Steph today. So excited to hear about how that's going, especially since we've got Ryan here in the chat.
We're not jealous at all.
Dave in the chat too.
They're jealous of us. We're jealous of them.
Yeah. So this is another thing too, which is funny because people that are not from around here, when I say Jersey Shore, they might think of like the show Jersey Shore. And there are sort of those areas that are like, like clubs, meatheads, dance music. Nothing wrong with that. I've enjoyed that too. Ocean City is like, it styles itself more of like a family friendly, like shore town. It
Yeah,
is a dry town. So there's no bars or anything in the town.
that's cool.
But it's super fun. It's super cool. I mean, we drank at our house, but it was just a great time. There is also multiple places where you can pick up action figures on the boardwalk.
What? Nice.
As a matter,
Dude,
there's
like I said, the beach, the sand, the video games, the boardwalk, the freaking video, toy shops. I mean, how much more can you have, dude? That's freaking, and your family all around. I mean, that's a perfect vacation.
Yeah, dude. Like because I still have people around. Like literally, the first, was it Saturday or Sunday? The first day, my buddy he's like, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing, dude?" He's like, "What's the
Nice.
address?" I'm like, "The same one as last time." So my buddy comes over
Very cool.
on Sunday, and then my other buddy came over with his kids and hung out Thursday or Friday. So it's just cool. That's why we go down there, is because I'm from down there, so people, my people can kind of come and hang out. But
sounds good for the soul, man, for sure.
100%. Lots of sun, lots of sand, lots of surf.
Yeah.
Of course, I brought down some action figures with me.
Now, when you say surf, dude, are you talking like waves, or is it like are the waves like, what are the waves like down there? Is it just like a flat, just rolling, like constant hitting the shore?
Yeah.
Or are there actual like barrels, like?
So here, I should explain a little bit. So growing up in South Jersey and going to Ocean City High School, there was a huge surfer contingent. I was never like a huge surfer, but there's tons of people down there that are like, that's all anybody would talk about at high school every day. It's like, oh, how are the waves today? Because people would go surfing like 6 a.m, right? Like,
yeah.
They're choppy.
That's when we paddle down.
It's a 7. Like, I don't even know what the numbers mean or whatever, but like,
yeah.
So there is a big surf community down there. For us, you're talking about more like boogie board stuff like that, like with the kids or whatever.
Yeah.
So pretty cool stuff. What's up, Curtis? Curtis stopping by to say what's up.
What's up, Curtis?
JMX. So yes, Dave Orkin says Surf Mall. So there's one of the shops. It's like a big shop inside, and it has like an oxygen bar, like a tobacco store, all kinds of t-shirts, hats, crazy stuff. And there's a shop in the back that is stacked with like NECA, like all kinds of NECA shit here.
Oh, nice.
Like I said, I didn't have time to put together a slideshow or anything. But I might be able to share a couple of the pictures.
It's funny, a lot of times, over the last few years, a lot of friends of mine have asked, hey, when you go to New Jersey, like, do you go out and like see the city, or do you like go anywhere? I'm like, dude, we basically stay in a hotel for 4 straight days. They're like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm like, there's just so much going on. Like, you literally have no time to go anywhere. And really, you don't regret it at all, because it's such a great time. I said, I guess if I ever visited New Jersey on an off season where I'm not there for the big event, I guess I would have time to go mess around or see the town or whatever. But I said, when we're there, I said, I literally go from the airport to the hotel, and then from the hotel back to the airport after 4 days.
Yeah, like, I mean, like, for me, like, I'm not
oh yeah,
once I hit the hotel for Legion's Con.
Oh yeah, these guys were stacked with freaking NECA. See, this is what Target shelves should actually look like in their NECA section, instead of the dog shit that they have.
Look at this NECA section at Surf Mall.
That's a thing of beauty. That's a thing of beauty, bro.
So much good stuff, dude. Okay,
fully stocked. Yeah, that's crazy.
Nobody messaged me.
I love the glass displays and everything, or the acrylic displays in the front as well. Man, these guys got it going on. Nice setup.
Yeah, really cool. So this place had a
Yeah.
ton of NECA, as you can see,
Yeah.
a bunch of like starting lineup too.
Take note, NECA. Isn't NECA in New
So,
Jersey? Are they
yeah,
not in New Jersey?
yeah,
Yeah, they're in New Jersey, right?
they're like near Newark in Hillside. Yeah.
It's probably
So
one of their
like,
vendors that comes and sets the store up. They're like, "This is the only one we're actually gonna care about. The targets could, like, suck our ass."
there's another shop called Mike's Collectibles on the boardwalk. And he has a ton of like it does a lot of like Pokemon card stuff, but also has a bunch of like vintage toys, tons of Black Series,
Mhm.
tons of like, Power of the Force 2, TVC, and also just like random shit, dude, like random shit. And that's where I picked up my sort of like souvenir figures. The first thing I saw was this one. Let me solo myself here. Boom.
Oh, nice,
So
dude.
this is the
Wetworks, yeah.
McFarlane Wetworks Frankenstein.
Very cool.
Pick
Nice.
this up because
I remember
it's
that
crazy
figure
looking
for
and cool.
sure, yeah.
And I believe, because I did check the while I was down there. Here you go.
It's awesome, bro.
I believe this was a figure that Four Horsemen worked on.
Yeah, very well might have been, most definitely, and probably all
And
those figures on the back end too. Ooh, Total Chaos. That was my jam right there, bro.
Yep.
That's a good one.
Total
Yeah.
Chaos. Now, I don't know if the Horsemen worked on this figure. I think they did, but I didn't check this one.
Yeah. One of the many McFarlane lines that I was a super completist on, man, for years and years. I was such a fanboy back then on the McFarlane days. That was the heyday, man.
It's fun to go back and grab some of this stuff when you can find it now, because you don't see it everywhere. Like at toy shows, you'll see it, but like at a random toy shop in Ocean City, New Jersey, on the boardwalk to find this stuff. And Frankenstein, $10.
Nice. You can't beat it, dude. Yeah, for an old cool ass figure like that, hell yeah.
$5 in the clearance bin for this Total Chaos figure.
That's crazy, dude.
So I was like, and you mentioned like the cross sell.
Oh,
if nothing else, I freaking just love looking at that.
What do they have on that back cross sell? What lines are they?
We've got here. Oh, they're different. Okay, well, yeah, they're different. They're different lines. Here. So I'll turn the other side again, but you've got Spawn, obviously. Wetworks.
What series? A Spawn. What is it? Does it say?
Series 5 and 6. It looks like.
Man, those are the early days right there.
And Series 2 of Wetworks. Here, I'll give you a slow.
Oh yeah, look at all that gold, bro. That's so good.
That's on the back of the Total Chaos figure.
Yeah, so good. That's old school McFarlane nostalgia right there, boys and girls. If you don't know, now you know.
And then on the back of the Wetworks, we've got Spawn. Ready for this? Series 3 and 4.
Damn.
Wetworks Series 1. And Youngblood Series 1.
Yep. Yeah, boom. Look at that. Boom, dude. Hell yeah. Oh, that's good shit, bro. Yeah, look at that old Violator. That's so cool. Hell yeah. Yeah.
I wish, man. Something like not. I mean, listen, I'm happy to be collecting now, but like I wasn't an active collector back then.
Yeah.
But man, like they were just doing crazy shit.
Oh, those were the days, dude. I mean, like I said, McFarlane, and no matter what people might say about him today, man, back then he was God. He was just, I mean, there was no one touching him at all. There wasn't anybody coming close, dude. It was like, if you were buying action figures, it was McFarlane toys, dude, because he was just coming out with the coolest shit, dude. So good.
And like this figure, this Frankenstein figure, it's basically, it looks like 6 POA.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Just look like the design, like,
oh yeah,
like
the sculpt work, the accessories or the weapons, just crazy stuff, dude. Crazy stuff you would never imagine. And that's all, the freaking out of the crazy mind of Treadaway, man. Just banging out those insane designs and stuff for those guys back then. So good.
Yeah, just wild. I love like you see this the instructions.
Mm-hmm. Not too
Like how freaking
complicated.
cool is
Yeah. Like this is how it works,
that?
okay?
So yeah, I was pumped up just to find these. I think Curtis wants us to
Sing.
let everyone know that he's given us some singing here with Under the Boardwalk.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, so that was cool. Another cool figure related thing from vacation was I brought some figs down there to kind of just hang out down in South Jersey and take some quick pics on the beach that I'll be posting. I did post a couple of shorts with a couple of the figures from the beach. And it kind of brought up something that I think about sometimes. I think that's one of my favorite things to do with my action figures. And that's like take them with me if I'm going on some type of trip or something like that and snap photos that I think are funny with the figure in like random places. Not like super artsy photographer style. Like I'm not Trevor Williams or Ryan Gonzalez. But just snapping some quick photos that I think are funny of the figures.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I think that's cool because like when I really started getting into modern collecting hot and heavy, I got into the whole like being excited, learning about all these new figures I didn't know about. And then you get
Mhm.
excited from, ordering them or buying them. And then like they come in, you get them. But then it's like, right now, what do I do?
Yeah,
What do I
yeah,
do with like, at first you're like, okay, what do I do with them? Like even vintage
yeah.
stuff, it's, I'm getting this because I had it when I was a kid or I wanted to have it when I was a kid. But now I got this modern figure, and it's like, what do I do with it? What's my thing? Is there something I can do with them to enjoy them? Because if there's not, then it's just buying them, and that's
Right,
probably not enough to do.
right, right.
And I really enjoy setting up displays and things like that. I enjoy making videos about them. Um, and I think I enjoy taking them to weird places like the beach
No, no,
and
there's
taking
nothing
pictures
wrong
with
with
them.
that, man. I like that. I like that. And I mean, in a way, myself as well. I mean, every time I go on vacation, I pack at least 2 or 3 figures in my bag, and
Hmm.
people think it's weird, but I've been to a couple really sweet locations that I mean, I wouldn't
Hmm.
necessarily be at on a daily basis, and stick my figures in my backpack, and run up into a cool area and post up some figures and snap some shots, and then come home, and it's like a cool memory caught in time that of a cool place that I was at, and just me having fun with my action figures, and just brings back that memory and enjoying it, you know what I mean? Enjoying those
Yeah,
figs, it's cool.
you had that trip. What was it just earlier? Was it just earlier this year?
Yeah, I went to South Dakota and, Wyoming, and, yeah, I went to the Devil's Tower and went on some hikes through, some places up in South Dakota in the Black Hills, and I mean, talk about beautiful, beautiful scenery, forest and rocks and cliffs, and the Devil's Tower itself is just a sight to be seen, and, yeah, to take a couple figures with me that I thought maybe would represent well in that environment, you know what I mean? And just had a great time. I mean, I could literally stay there for 10 hours doing it, you know what I mean? But as I'm walking through, I just, yeah, it was
The
really
Devil's
cool.
Tower one was like the one that really got me.
Yeah, with the alien, I was like, "Oh, I got," because I mean, ever since I was literally like a 10-year-old kid, I've wanted to actually see the Devil's Tower in person after watching Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and going there, I'm like, "What other figure can I take?" But, freaking, what's his name? What do we call him? Zapata? Yeah, so, yeah, the alien figure was a must-have going there, no doubt about it. I would have felt really stupid if I didn't bring that figure with me. So, yeah.
Shout out to my sister-in-law, Coco Keely Williams, in the chat saying I'm a really good photographer. Thank you very much. You're very kind to say that. I appreciate that. So yeah, it was a great trip. I got a couple more here. I can probably let's see if this is going to work or not.
These are cool, bro. That translucent looks great in that scene. Oh yeah, that's good, man. With the with the freaking.
There we
Oh, I
go.
love that shot, dude. Is that your little girl in the background just skying?
Yeah. So
She's just airing. That's so cool, dude.
I
That's good
brought this
stuff.
translucent blue plunderling out there, had him on the beach out in the sunshine. Thought that would look cool in the sun. Here's some little sand castles the kids were building. And also brought out this Fortnite fish figure and the Jada Toys creature from the Black Lagoon. Had them on the beach. Got some cool shots and some video with them. And you're talking about this one.
Yeah.
So this is the kind of stuff that I think is really cool. So I was trying to position, like the sun was going, it was sunset at this point. So I was trying to get some pictures of these dumbass looking figures. Well, the creatures actually look really cool, but these little figures walking on the beach, trying to get it with like the water coming in. And it just so happened that I got this angle with the sunset in the background. And my daughter is just like dancing around in the back. And I was like, man, I think that looks freaking cool as hell.
It almost looks like she's jumping in the air. That's what I thought. It looked like, is she on the sand? It looks like she's like leaping in the air right there.
She's on the sand, but she was like all dancing around. So
Oh, okay.
the
That's yeah. You could feel like the movement in her. You know what I mean? Like you could see her hair and her arm movement. But like I said, it looked like she was kind of jumping in the air. That's a cool picture
yeah,
though, dude. Regardless, it's awesome.
I probably have some where she's in the air too. Because what I did is I was taking the video of it because I wanted to catch it with the water coming in, and I'm snapping photos while the video's going.
Oh, nice.
So I'm gonna post the video as like a short or a reel or whatever the kids are calling it these days. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Very cool, man.
digging that.
Very cool.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Reynolds. There we go. So yeah, so that was my that was some of the stuff that happened on my little trip down to Ocean City. I told my wife when we got back, I was like, I loved that trip. I thought it was fantastic. I love just being with my family for an extended period of time. I think I had more fun on this trip than I did even when we went a couple of years ago. Well, a couple of things that made it even better were when we went 3 years ago, my brother-in-law wasn't able to make it till the very end because of work. He was there the whole time this year, so that was awesome. And also, 3 years ago, my little niece, Archer, was not born yet because she's 2 right now, and she was
Mhm.
able to be there for the whole week. So it's really cool. I think we made some good memories for the kids.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
got some good toy photos, and I got some cheap McFarlane action figures. So there you go.
Nothing wrong with that, bro. Nothing wrong with that.
And as you might imagine, when we pulled up today, after being gone for a week, there was a few boxes on my porch.
Say it isn't so.
Yes, a few boxes on my porch. So I've got a couple of things to show off, but I'll pause for a second. Mr. LeBron, we were talking a little bit earlier about some of the stuff you've been doing. Why don't you fill in the people about what's been going on in your toy world? What have you been working on?
Well, we have precisely 11 weeks to go till Legion's Con, and if you're a vendor like myself that's going to have a table with product to sell, you better be working your ass off right now because it's go time, baby. And yeah, I've been hot and heavy at the desk and putting a lot of stuff together and putting a lot of time behind the paintbrushes and the X-Acto knife and the hot glue gun, and just it's all coming together. So yeah, it's I've been putting a lot of busy hours, night and day, as I can. So, and I think I've been turning out some pretty decent pieces so far. So I'm pretty happy to offer up what I have, because my biggest thing is just enjoying the reaction of the fans when they see something on my table that really changes their perspective of just the standard Mythic Legions figure that you can pop and swap, and they see something that really is just, I mean, to me it's a piece of artwork of mine that I'm put some time and effort and some love into to share with them. So it's really nice to, like I said, to bring something that I feel proud of. So having a few figures out there that have my name behind them, and my artistic touch, as you would, say, and to share it with the community along with all the other great artistic vendors out there. I mean, it's just, yeah, that's what it's all about. So putting a lot of time in right now. That way I could be done early and I could, get my figures out to New Jersey and then just rest up and just wait for an awesome party to start for, a 4-day weekend of just hot and heavy freaking mythic community and all the friends and love out there, man. So I'm ready.
Can I share some of the stuff you sent over before?
Absolutely.
Or
Absolutely.
you're
Yeah.
saving it?
Yeah. No. I'm good. Yeah. You could share it. That's, one thing I'll be honest about is that sometimes I'm almost, a lot of people, tell me that I'm way too humble for my own good, but it's like I just don't like, I don't know, I just don't like self promotion. So I just,
I'll do it
like,
for you. Don't worry.
no, that's fine. It's fine.
I'll
I
handle
just
that shit.
so that's why I don't. I mean, I'm really bad on posting on, like I know a lot of people are like, you got to put your stuff on Instagram. You got to always post on Instagram. I'm just like, dude, I barely even post on the Cabal. Like, I mean, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't keep up with that kind of stuff because I don't know. It really doesn't. I'll do it once in a while. Every once in a while, I'll be like, okay, I'll finally post something. But I just want to, like I said, the things that I make, I usually like to hold for the people that actually make it out to Legion's Con and give them the full juice, you know what I mean? And just let them, see how much work and time and effort that I put into these things because it's really for them. It's for the fans, it's for the community, and it's for everybody that, makes the the trip out there, makes the effort to get there.
Yeah, Steph says I was tempted to come visit the Hedgies at the beach. You should have come on down, Steph. You'd have been welcome. And Reynolds says, yeah, Eric, love your work. Definitely one of the top customizers. No doubt about that. And we got this piece right here you were showing us earlier.
Yes, sir.
What can you tell us about this piece and these very intricate details?
This is a sculpt from, I believe, Walter DeMarco, which if you don't know, you should because he is an amazing sculptor. And I believe it's processed by Wolf King Customs, has this piece in their shop. And I had this piece in one of my fodder bins of 3 printed pieces, and I was looking for a cool piece to start custom with, and yeah, this helmet just jumped out at me, and I was like, hey, wait a minute, let me try to paint this thing. And as I got into it, man, I put on my magnifying glasses, and little by little, all these amazing little details start jumping out. I'm just like, wow, look at this thing. So to me, I like painting stuff like this. I know everybody has like their niche. My niche, I believe, is like armored pieces and jumping into those really fine little intricate details and trying to, like, cut all those edges and just make everything look good and adding different, hints of different types of metallics or whatnot to it. I don't know. This is my jam, doing metallic stuff or like armored style pieces. This is I know people do like, I envy all the guys that could do like really good like facial tones and stuff like that, and or really nice like beards and stuff. But I'm definitely, this is my jam right here. So I really enjoy this kind of stuff. It's always a challenge to me, and just it's great. Curtis, yeah, I think it's I'm almost certain it's Walter DeMarco who did this.
Okay.
Curtis, on your customizing studio, usually when you guys are running the customizing studio, I'm usually going to bed so I can get up for work. So that's why I usually don't join the customizing studio. It has nothing against you, bro.
Oh yeah. I know, because I thought it might have been a meal, but I have no idea. Bill says, I'm painting right now my first full figure paint job in a long time.
Nice.
Wonder what it is. I'm excited to sort of see what it is. I remember Bill and painting. You know what that reminds me of is right around in or around the pandemic. Mezco had done this. Do you remember this? Mezco had done like a bag of skulls.
Yeah, I remember the bag of skulls. Yep.
The bag of skulls.
Yep.
And Bill did this video where he basically was just working on his painting. his painting skills with these different skulls, and he posted it where like he was doing like dry brushes on them and stuff like that, which
Yeah.
looked freaking awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to when I first started painting, I used to I started out by instead of because I was literally terrified because I had never painted a figure before a Mythic Legion. So when I bought a Mythic Legion and I actually decided to finally paint one, I mean, I had never even painted a $20, Hasbro figure. So painting a 30 or 40 or $60 figure was like, I mean, it was completely terrifying to me because I'm like, what if I totally screw this thing up? I started out by I went to like the Dollar Tree store and bought a bag of plastic spoons, like the kind you
Mhm.
get for a picnic. And I
Mhm.
basically I took all of those and I primered them like gray or black, and I just started, the citadels as I started to get them. I started learning how like paint works on that type of on plastic, like how it worked wet, how it worked as a dry, dry brushing, and just started working like the technique and kind of like getting the feel, the flow of how the paint flowed on the off of the brush. And then I just started small by painting like a sword or like a Mythic Legion spear or like an extra shield or something or a pauldron, and then just started finally got the guts to move into a figure. It was but yeah.
Sorry, I was laughing at Curtis. And everything is cool to show, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, go for it. I mean, you could show whatever I sent you.
Even this.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Chat me up. Talk to me about this because there is some wild shit going on here.
Yeah. Okay, so uh it's a few different figures here. The lower arms and the legs and the feet are from a Xenothon figure because I love
Mhm.
that gray figure. The torso, I believe, was Planetary Dog Toys, if I'm not mistaken. It's one of their forearm torsos, which I've had a
Mhm.
couple throughout the years. So I've made a few customs like this. And this is just a fun custom to make. The pauldrons I bought at Legion's Con last year from our friend at Detour Customs, Steph
Oh yeah,
Delatour. Yeah, so I got these from
got some
him,
stuff right
and
here.
yeah, so I got these from him, and I've had them sitting in my fodder bin forever, unpainted. And I just like, man, I got to think of a figure that this will look cool on, and and because they're pretty massive pauldrons, so it's like, I mean, you just have to have that almost like a brute scale style figure. So this was kind of like the only thing that I thought maybe would work. And the chainmail, again, another 3D printed part, a soft three out of soft resin from
Mhm.
God, I don't know who I got that from. Like I said, it's just I started going through the bins and start finding all these parts, and yeah, just start putting them together and mixing and matching and figuring out what works. The helmet is the
Valiant
1.0
Knight.
version of the Valiant Knight. That's the new one. That's like the bigger version of it. So yeah, it's yeah. So I just like I said, repainted the whole thing from head to toe, and I actually ended up utilizing. I started got an idea from Leland from Retrospect
Yep.
Customs. He utilized some. He I bought a custom from him last year that had some wings on the custom and they were attached by some magnets, and I was super impressed with the way he did it. So I was like, man, I definitely got to try that one time. So I ended up doing that with this figure where it utilizes magnets that just snap the pauldrons onto the back instead of like you having to plug, the pauldron into the piece
Mhm.
because
Eric's obviously lost for words there.
so it's resin. So I mean, sometimes if you did I freeze there?
Yep, but you're back now.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, so if you're dealing with a 3D printed resin part and you're trying to plug it into that back port, I mean, you put just enough pressure on it, that piece will snap right in half. So I mean, I wanted to, yeah, here's where I did a little test there, but You can see that
Dude, you can see it like snap into place.
yeah, it just snaps right on. So yeah, it's kind of cool. It's just something I wanted to try out, and I thought that'd be kind of a cool little feature to have as an added feature with the custom piece that I'm trying to sell there. And it's just like I said, it's just that extra little. I drilled out the back shoulder pegs a little bit bigger so that I could press fit and glue the other magnet on the other side into the shoulder so that stays
Mhm,
stationary. You know what I mean? So
mhm.
yeah, it just like I said, just one of those added little features that are all part of putting something like this together. And like I said, the extra effort that we as artists put into our work to show people that hey, you know what, like I kind of give a shit. You know what I mean? Like the piece that I'm offering you is it's kind of something special. It's not just your runabout fig. You know what I mean?
Well, if that's a sign of what kind of things are coming to LegionsCon, I think everybody's going to be really excited.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, I think one of those things too. I think people look for is when people are really thinking outside the box. You know,
yeah.
um, and I think that last figure just speaks to that like right away.
Yeah. I mean, I've said this before and I'll say it again. I definitely love I mean, I love making custom figures, but I definitely love keeping the figure at least somewhat in the aesthetic of the line so that like if you put this figure in your display case along with all your other figures, it's a standout piece, but it's not so much that it's like it's not like Dayglow green or something, or it doesn't have like
Mhm,
a hot pink, trench coat on or something. You know what I mean? Like I don't like to put something out there that like just completely doesn't make sense with the rest of the line. I want these figures to be able to sit in someone's collection and just represent my work along with the beautiful work that the Four Horsemen produce, with their entire figure line. So that's what I like to do.
So Schmerber has a question for you. Do you remember what was the first mythic that you painted?
Hmm. The first mythic that I painted was actually my very first custom, and that was the samurai warrior that I made. You know which one I'm talking about?
I think so. I
Yeah,
don't have a
I
picture
and
of
I
it.
actually I actually took on that was actually my very first custom I made. I took on that project off of Jeremy Gerard's recipe that he had on his old school. If you guys are old school, an old school fan of Jeremy's, on his Pumpkin King website. He used to have a website. I don't even know if it's still up. It was called Pumpkin King, and on that site he had about 100 or so different customs that he had made throughout the years, and each one of them had a recipe of like what parts he used, like what he did, and he had this warrior figure that he had transformed into this amazing looking samurai figure. And that was actually the first figure that I actually completely pulled apart, cut to pieces, and actually added paint to. That was the first one I ever did, was that figure. And it's kind of weird because it was a serious, serious custom piece. So it wasn't like just a pop and swap and like paint a couple
Yep.
pauldrons. It was like I had to like literally like chop the entire top of the head off of the warrior to fit the samurai helmet on. That and the samurai I got from one of the old Spawn McFarlane uh action figures. Let's see if I
Ha-
can.
have you seen the McFarlane Medieval Spawn Kickstarter?
Yeah, yeah, the figure, the old school, the, like, kinda like the revamp of the old McFarlane Medieval. Yeah, I've
Yeah,
seen that.
the brand new one.
Yeah, yeah, I did. And it's weird, it as much as a fanboy as I was of Spawn and the whole 9, which is ridiculous that I don't really have literally almost any Spawn figures in my collection except for, like, She-Spawn. I have, like that's the only one I have, and, like, Tremor, it was like a Tremor figure that I have, but, yeah, I don't know, I'm not really I mean, I dig it, but yeah, I kinda been there, done that. You know what I mean? Like, with Spawn
Yeah.
figures, yeah. Here, I'm sending you that picture if you wanna share it or whatever, but just so Schmerber can see what's up. And it's cool. This picture is kind of cool because it shows I put a standard Warrior next to my Warrior after he was complete, so you can see like literally like how insane this custom is.
Sweet.
And this utilizes
Sweet. Yeah.
I think pieces from 2 different Spawn samurai figures. Yeah, right there. That's my first paint right there.
Boom. Look at that. See, Schmerberberger.
Yeah. See, and
Asking you shall
here's the real days of customizing, because this is the days before you had any 3D printed parts. So you had to like source out like old school McFarlane fodder and rip toys apart and cut and freaking super glue, and it was serious customizing back then. There was no 3D printed parts. I mean, the belt piece that goes across his chest with the little disc in that little disc came off of like a pauldron piece, or like a belt piece off of another figure. It's just, I mean, like I said, this custom is like insane with fodder pieces that have been added to this figure.
What about the loincloth?
The loincloth was from a McFarlane, like a medieval series, or one of the samurai series. It was like the loincloth that was on that figure that you had to like peel off of that damn figure and re-glue onto this figure. It's just insane, bro. But yeah, this is actually the very first figure that I actually like painted, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is freaking awesome, man.
Yeah, it was fun, man. It was a lot of fun. It was a huge challenge, but I was like, dude, I'm going all in. I'm gonna do one. If I'm gonna do one, I'm gonna go full bore. I want, no pun intended.
You're gonna go full. You went full bore on him.
Yeah. No thanks. Thank you, Schmerber. Yeah, it's hope you enjoy it, man. That was a fun
Did you give
project.
him a name?
No, it was just like I said. I was just totally geeking out every other day, just scrolling through the custom builds that Jeremy had done. I mean, literally, I mean, if you could go back on that website, man, it's an amazing website, and just has all of his recipes, and almost down to every last detail of like what pieces he used and this and that. But as you go through some of those things, I mean, if you look at some of the pieces that he used, I mean, you try to find those fodder figures, and those fodder figures are like literally like hundreds of dollars. It's like, nope, I'm going to pass on that one. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I don't know what the specific name was, but if it was pumpkinking.com, that is not in use currently. So
yeah, it was,
unless it was like pumpkinking.org or something like that. But
yeah, I can't remember what it is.
I don't find it.
Yeah.
What's up, Anthony? What's up, Juan?
That's where all the gold was back then, man. For me as a customizer, that's what gave me all of my, my ideas and just the, inspiration to like start attempting to do this kind of stuff. And like I said, back then, this was before, Von Berg Studios, before, Wolf King Customs, before Noble Bear. It was before everybody. There was nobody making
before Toy Forge.
Yeah, before everybody. This was before the days. This was before My Action Figure Customs. So imagine that. They were like, I mean, they hadn't even started their stuff. So there was nothing out there as far as like, 3D printed parts or anything. You had to work for those figures. The early customs, you definitely had to work for them.
Speaking of Toy Forge, Anthony Halseal checking in. What's up, man? Saying,
yes, sir.
Preparing for RetroCon, and more importantly, JessieCon. So 2 weeks from now, we got RetroCon coming up in Oaks, Pennsylvania, the Mid-Atlantic meetup. Talk about that more a little bit later. I'll pull up one of the flyers. 2-day convention, RetroCon, Oaks, Pennsylvania. A really, really cool convention I've talked about a bunch of different times. 4 Horsemen Street Team event run by Wolf King Customs. Wolf King Customs will have their own insanity as usual. It's JessieCon, so there'll be a ton of incredible pieces by Jessie, by Nate Armstrong, a tons of great artists, Toy Forge as well. And we're doing a lot of cool stuff. On Sunday, as a matter of fact, that is the Mid-Atlantic meetup portion of the day, where there's going to be some painting activities going on. There's going to be some prizes and some trivia. I'm going to be running around with the Gonzaleses, and Steph Orkin is going to be helping out. So it's going to be a fun, awesome event. I'll pull up the flyer a little bit later. We'll talk more about it, and more about it next week as well. There's only 2 weeks to go. 2 weeks to go until RetroCon. And again, this is one of those really cool conventions where there's also like pop culture personalities. There's, some of the pop culture vehicles and things like that. Just a cool stuff sort of all around. Actually, let me just pull it up right now while I'm talking.
Yeah, RetroCon sounds like a cool show, man.
Yeah, it's one of like it's definitely like one of the cooler shows to go to as far as having, not just the same stuff you always see,
Yeah, like the Marvel Legends, Black Series, NECA, that kind of stuff. It's
Yeah.
more retro toys, right? Like actual retro toys.
Yes, yeah. So it's really great for vintage.
Do they have a lot of? I mean, I know there's vendors that have garage fulls of like loose vintage toys. Are there a lot of guys that have like nice, like mint in box stuff?
Yeah, hell yeah. So you got
Oh,
everything, if you're into like top of the line mint and box stuff, you'll find it there. If you
nice.
are a bin diver and you want to find like the holy grail underneath, like 55 broken He-Man figures, you can grab it there too.
Hmm.
Again, it's a 2-day event. Four Horsemen Studios will have the Horseman Legions figures on the tables, ready to go. Wolf King Customs, Jesse from Just Shelve It, Patrick Boyle, Telltale Art Customs, which is Nate Armstrong, CB Make. So Brian C. in that will have his work on display. Of course, the Toy Forge as well. And Anthony, you can is it confirmed? Just make sure. Hold on a second.
Yeah. Mask, Starcom, Sky Commando. That's awesome, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah, so we've been talking offline about some of the stuff, because it's such a great listen. They have all the modern stuff that you'd be looking for, right? But also tons and tons of retro stuff. So we've been talking about what would be some of the stuff that you'd sort of be hunting for. So, because anybody who collects vintage, there's always like one or two or maybe more than that lines that you keep an eye out for.
Yeah.
And Mask is one of them. But of
Yeah.
course, once we started talking about that, it was, everyone that's hanging out, let's go find a Mask figure to buy.
Yeah.
Let's go find some Starcom to buy. Let's go buy some Sky Commanders. Let's buy some Centurions. So it's going to be really, really fun. Again, 2-day convention. They have like pop culture retro karaoke. They have pop culture personalities. They got Ralph and Potsy from Happy Days are going to be there.
Nice.
They're going to have the General Lee is going to be there. The DeLorean is going to be there. They have arcade games there. And I'm going to be there. Come hang out.
What more do you need? What more do you need, bro?
And then on Sunday, specifically for Horseman fans and Legions fans, we got a painting session. We got pop and swaps going on. The hangout. We're going to have some prizes, some trivia, all kinds of cool stuff. I can't wait. RetroCon, September 7th and 8th. The Greater Philly Expo Center in Oaks, Pennsylvania. You'll be hearing a lot about it coming up in the next 2 weeks.
Heck
so it's going to be awesome.
It's awesome, dude.
That's it. RetroCon. Awesome. I also just pulled up just a couple more of my beach photos here. Just two more.
Yes.
Brought the Skeleton Legion builder down there. He was the first one I brought out to the beach.
Working on his tan. Yeah.
Working on his tan, catching some rays, hopping in the water. And also pulled out Shipwreck too. Shipwreck had to come out.
Dude, that's such an awesome shot, dude.
with the horseshoe crab.
Yeah, do the horseshoe crabs come up on the beach a lot over there?
They do, and this was a day. On this day, this was early on in the week. It was, I don't know what was going on, but there was a bunch of horseshoe crabs that
Nice.
were up on the beach that day.
Those are so cool, dude. They're
Yeah,
so cool. They're just like tanks, dude. They're just full on tanks. It's so cool.
yeah, yeah. So I tried to bring some like ocean themed figures down there: shipwreck, the blue plunderling, the creature from the Black Lagoon, stuff like that.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah. The figures that work with that environment. That's it, man. Good thinking.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
so that was cool. Like I said, when we got back today from vacation, I had a bunch of boxes on my porch. One of which is my Odious figure.
Nice, dude.
So the Unparalleled Universe Kickstarter, an Odious character. The figure is out, and I got the notification that it was delivered while I was away and was on my porch. So I just opened up the box, the shipper box today, and I don't know. I backed the Kickstarter. I don't know if you can see this or not. He signed it.
Oh, very
So I don't
cool,
even know.
bro.
Did he sign all of these
That's awesome, bro.
from the Kickstarter? But Wade Merrick, Unparalleled Universe, Odious is out. So anybody that Wade is one of my favorite toy tubers. Unparalleled Universe is the channel. Most of you probably are very familiar with him and his channel. He has a cool voice. And the coolest thing about him, I think, is that he's just totally like he's fully legit, man. He's a longtime collector, has a
I can't
long
wait to
depth
meet
of
that guy,
knowledge.
dude.
West Coast guy, Eric.
Yeah, yeah.
And as you've alluded to, is gonna be at Legion's Con,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
so cool, man.
Cannot wait to hang out with that dude. He seems like a total bro. He seems like he's real chill and real funny, dude. So I cannot wait to freaking spend some time with that dude for sure.
So
I really am excited to see what he's actually going to bring because he's talking about he's going to bring some kind of con exclusive for Legion's Con, which is some kind of Odious maybe Legion's Con exclusive. So that should be pretty cool.
So you did not go in on the Kickstarter, right?
I didn't. No, I didn't.
All right, so I think you would dig Odious.
Do not hug Wade. Okay. Note taken. What's up, Trevor?
And Trevor and Bill, did everybody from the Kicks did he sign just random boxes, or did he sign all of them? I don't know, but so here I'll take him out too. But here's what it looks like in the package.
Nice, dude. Tons of heads, tons of hands. That's awesome.
Very much, I think, like a Mezco style. I think because you got some cloth goods going on here.
Trevor says his was signed. Dorkler says his wasn't signed.
Oh, he must have just signed like random ones then.
It's cool, man. You got an exclusive then. Resale.
How fucking cool is that, man? Oh, just kidding. I didn't get Odious. This shit's not going anywhere.
Terrence, yes, I am. I have completed my custom swig for the photo, and he will be debuting at Legion's Con. So you have to wait, or you have to be at Legion's Con to see him. So, because I won't.
To Terrence's point,
I won't be posting.
For anybody that doesn't know, we are doing the 1,000 swigs, and Terrence is probably the main driving force behind this. So essentially, for people that don't know, at Legion's Con, the swig figure, so the awesome goblin with the purple soft goods, as an homage or a next step, or whatever you want to call it, or a celebration of the 1,000 Swigs story that Jeremy released earlier this year. The idea of the 1,000 Swigs event or whatever movement, whatever you want to call it for Legion's Con, is that Legion's fans that are going to Legion's Con customize your own swig in some way,
or just bring a regular one,
or bring a regular one. But I think like the idea would be like it would be cool if people made it a little bit of their own.
You know what I was thinking? What if everybody brought a regular one and you put them all out there for a picture? How would you know which one was yours?
Mine would be the one that's still in box.
Oh yeah. Yes. Touche, brother. Touche.
But I think I like, because I was trying to think of like what would be like a cool idea that would be just me, that would be something that's about me. And I think I got my idea.
Yeah, but it
And I
has
think
to
I
have a
can do it.
translucent piece, dude. It has to have something translucent on it. What's up, Casper?
Oh, what's up, dude?
Yeah, so
Casper, presumably if Casper's participating, he'll turn his into a skeleton.
yes, it'll be a skeleton, swig head on top of a skeleton body. Yes.
I'm trying to do this without losing
Yeah,
all
so
the
mine's
hands.
you've seen mine, Jonathan. So what do you think? What are your thoughts without giving anything away?
I think it's really cool. It made me think I got to raise my game.
Always trying to inspire, brother. Always trying to inspire.
Yeah, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sets of hands.
Damn.
1, 2, 3,
crazy,
4,
dude.
5 heads. So
that's insane, man. That's definitely a desk figure you could play with for days and days and days, bro.
Ooh.
Yeah, Dorklayer calls dibs on the swigs people forget to pick up.
Where's that at?
Yeah, definitely, bro. Definitely. Hey, I could utilize a lot of goblin bodies. So yeah, leave your swigs behind and we'll see what happens.
This guy's fucking awesome, dude. If you like Mezco at all, you'll love this figure.
Yeah, you know, I got it on the checklist, dude. If he has that, you know, some style of Odious figure at the show, I definitely want to probably pick one up at Legion's Con.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll have him there for sure.
Yeah, that's a super cool figure, dude. Super cool figure.
And again, really cool story. This is like a character that he's sort of had for years and years and years. He's a huge comic book guy too, like legit old school comic book guy. And I think the idea for a long time was to do a comic book for Odious, which I'm sure is still going to happen. And for people that have watched the channel for a long time, you're familiar with the Odious character, like the Odious characters, like in the logo. He's sold original heads before. I've got a couple of Odious heads in different like colors and motifs, but just to have watched that whole journey of this character he created, and then he did the Kickstarter and having it fund and everything, and now it exists. Plus, by the way, like from Kickstarter to figure being in my hand is less than a year.
Nice, dude. That's a good turnaround time, bro. That's a
serious, fucking killed it.
Seriously impressive, dude. For a Kickstarter to go like to in hand, that's super impressive, dude. Good on him, man.
Yeah, I mean, he went out there, he did the work. Like, I know he worked with some really great people. He worked with Dave Vonner, was a part of it too. So I think you could still, yeah. I mean, and the fact that Odious is going to be at Legion's Con is pretty cool.
Yeah, super cool figure, man.
Yes. And there's another little hoodie in there.
Nice.
Yes. So Bill's like he was smart. He did one figure to start. So the Kickstarter, I think, was just this. So it's a pretty built out set, as you can see, with like, you know, like all the hands, the heads, and everything. But it was basically one figure, or you could buy just the body. I think you could buy just the body.
I just recently picked up an extra Mezco Vapor figure because I love that figure. I have one on display, and I bought another one off of Rygon, and I've been holding on to that figure. Oh, that's cool. Nice.
Yep.
So I had to get myself a plushie. I want to definitely you know, utilize some soft goods and accessorize that figure that I have, because that's like my in-hand figure that I could play with all the time instead of, you know, pulling them out of the case, you know. But I think some of those, that trench coat on Odious would be super clean on that figure. I think you're muted, bro.
Wade is out from California. He was at SDCC, and there was an SDCC exclusive red jumpsuit.
Ooh, yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah,
really cool. but I'm sure he's been like sharing concepts of different things he wants to do. And he's talked about, wanting to do tons of different things with this figure. And apparently I think there's going to be another Kickstarter. The question is sort of when. So, and it was cool. So he got it, it was one figure, got it funded. Now it's out there getting into people's hands. Bill got, I think it was Bill. Bill, was it Chris that got it for you? That was pretty cool. I should have tried to. I didn't even try. Like I should have tried to get somebody that was out there to help me out with the red jumpsuit.
Who, Dakovich got that for him?
Huh?
Chris Dakovich got that for him? Is that who picked it up for Bill? Was that because I know Chris Dakovich was down there because he talks to me all the time, and he was talking to me while he was down at SDCC. And he was asking me, "Hey, you want any exclusives?" I'm like, "No, I'm good, dude."
I'm assuming it was Chris Marino, but I don't know. Oh, he says, yeah, it was Chris picked it up. Yeah, Chris from the Door Claire. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of SDCC exclusives, and I'm sorry because I don't have it in front of me because I still think it's packed in my sister-in-law's truck. You may recall that on the last time we went live, I was talking about how sad I was because I was trying to get the G.I. Joe Classified Hasbro SDCC exclusive Once Was a Man Cobra Commander because I thought it looked awesome. But I sort of went through the whole thing. A couple of weeks ago, I talked about how obviously I wasn't going to SDCC. So I was trying to get them online on one of the post-con drops from Hasbro, and those were a complete and utter shit show.
Yeah.
Selling out like in seconds, it was a complete and utter shit show. But my friend and yours, Bill from the Door Claire, coming through in the clutch, said, "Do you still need it? Because I got it." Hooked me up. I now have the Once Was a Man Cobra Commander, thanks to Bill from the Door Claire. Thank you, my friend. I really appreciate it. I was super pumped. I'm gonna try to do an unboxing live and check it out. I brought it with me. I got it. It arrived at my house right before we left for vacation, and I grabbed it and brought it with me down to Ocean City, thinking I would do like a live unboxing down there, and it was just never gonna happen. You got your kids running around, like family stuff going on, so I never had time to do it. So I still haven't even opened it. So I can't wait. Thank you, Bill. I was so pumped for that. Cobra Commander from G.I. Joe the movie, one of my favorite things ever. What's up? Van's in the house.
Big up, Bill.
There you go.
What's up, Van?
What's going on, man? Purple Gang tonight, 9:00, of course, as always. Pumped up to see what those guys have cooked up for tonight. I think they're talking 1,000 Swigs, I think. Yeah, just lost one of my lights here. Real quick, as I bore people with my show and tells, got a message while I was down in Ocean City from my friend and yours, Carlo, from a Mortal Collection, saying, "Hey, I got an extra heavy gunner.
Oh, nice, bro.
Do you want it?" I said, "Heck yeah, man."
Heck yeah.
And he hooked me up. Heavy gunner. So heavy gunner is in the hedge layer.
Very cool.
Lost my light.
Is that the con exclusive there? Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's the only release that they've had, right, at IshCon?
Yeah.
Is there something special in that package that doesn't come, that won't come with,
I'm not sure. So this is the first time I've seen it. So I don't know. So I assume from looking at it, it looks like it'll be the same box that you'll get on the pre-order, or not the pre-order. There's going to be, I guess, an in-stock sale next month in September.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trevor asked the question we're all wondering, will Van be taking 1,000 swigs of bourbon?
Let's hope not.
Only Van can answer that. Damn it. So, hold on one second. I'll try to pull this other light closer.
Hope everybody's doing good out there. Freaking hope you're having a beautiful Saturday. Hope Ryan and
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Amber and Dave and Steph are having an awesome time. Open up some cool figs and sharing some good times together. Yeah, that's an awesome figure, man. I love it, dude. That came out really nice, dude.
So thank you, Carlo. You are also the man.
Big ups, bro.
I got to get my second camera set back up. That's also in the car. But also in the box, another little box.
Ooh, mystery box.
So I haven't seen this yet.
Mystery boxes are always cool, bro.
Oh, shit. What do we got in here?
Goodies.
Oh, shit.
Let's go.
Look at this. Boom. So we got this.
Oh, nice, dude. Oh, I'm so jealous, dude.
Head.
That purple painted goat head is super dope, bro.
Dude, and it's gorgeous. Fully painted.
Yeah. I picked up
not the only one.
I picked up a Fury style painted one from them at Legion's Con last year, and it's super sick, dude. That's a great sculpt.
Take it out of the plastic.
Embiggen yourself and take that out of the plastic, dude. Put that up in the screen. That's super good, man. What a score. That's awesome.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one,
Check out this
dude.
gin. This is freaking gorgeous, man. Here, I'll take this one.
Is that like a purple body? Will that match like a purplor figure? If you have like
looks lighter than purplor. Here, let's put them all together here. Do I need a tack here? I don't want to hurt it.
The horn should just plug right in. You shouldn't need tack for them. They should plug right in, just press fit in.
All right.
That's a super dope. That's a super dope sculpt, dude, for sure. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. That is awesome.
Dude, thank you, Carlo. Totally cool, man. You don't have to do that.
Full on. That's
awesome. We freaking love Immortal Collections.
Yes, sir.
Dude, thank you very much. Holy crap. All right. Almost done here. But not totally done. Also,
opening packages that you got in the mail are always a good time, bro. What's that?
So this is the Operation Monster Force from the Big Bad Workshop. So this is Operation Monster Force. Fresh Monkey Fiction.
Okay.
This was the con exclusive for Joe Lanta, maybe? Somebody help me out here. I think it was Joe Lanta. This is the blue translucent Omen of Doom Forgotten King. So, in other words, the blue translucent Moon Knight. I mean, Forgotten King figure.
Nice.
Aren't you proud of me?
Dude, you just opened a package. I'm super proud of you. That's awesome. Yes, that's awesome, dude. Look at that.
So my first Operation Monster Force figure had to get the blue translucent. There was a red translucent con exclusive Dracula Operation Monster Force that looked really cool, but he sold out by the time I tried to get him. Here we go.
That's super
like
cool
you said,
figure.
I love the blue translucents. We got
translucent everything, man. Let's go.
All kinds of magic effects, and like it looks like a staff. We'll put those together. And this is awesome. Cool. Comes with a stand.
Oh.
Operation Monster Force.
And in translucent. Let's go.
Joe Fest.
Joe Fest.
Last one. Same box. Finally, my first Jada Toys Street Fighter figure. Dawson.
Yes.
In the house.
Yup.
Is in the house.
Let's freaking go, bro. Yeah, you're going to love that, dude. That thing's super cool, bro. Such a cool figure.
So, an embarrassment of riches. 2 McFarlane figures down the shore. Come back. I got my Odious, got my Dawson, got my Forgotten King, got my Dawson. I already said Dawson. Heavy Gunner. Some incredibly beautiful painted heads. Don't worry, I will find bodies for these and get pictures up.
Yeah.
Like, holy crap, you guys. You know,
Just
we were
bathing
talking
in
about
your
earlier,
spoils, man.
dude, it's just unbelievable. I wonder, what about this with a Canox Vol body?
Ooh, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Something, right?
Let's see what we got here. Rick Jones says Jada Street Fighter is great. Eric, I know you're a fan of the Jada stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah. I was like, "Oh, this is," and I was super lucky, man. I saw those figures, and of course, I ordered that custom diorama piece from Brian Almeida at Duarte
Mm-hmm.
Studios, and
Yes.
as soon as I got that in hand, I jumped online and found a super, super good deal on eBay of all places of the entire wave, like of all the figures that are already available, including Dulcim. And I got the whole thing in hand, so they're all on display. And I've had them for like quite some time now. So
Mm-hmm.
it was pretty awesome. But it's cool to see people finally get him in hand because I know he's like a super tough figure to find for a lot of people for a long time. So if he's starting to kind of make his way out into the streets or back into rotation on either Amazon or wherever, it's cool to see him finally get out there to collectors' hands because he is a super dope figure. And like, I mean, come on, who doesn't love Dulcim from Street Fighter, dude? It's super nostalgic, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have Sega Genesis when I was a kid, but I had friends who did. And we played, what's this, Street Fighter 2, right? Yeah, Street Fighter 2. And I remember being Dawson, and like he was just like a hilarious character to play because he had like,
Yeah.
the extendo arms and the
Yeah,
extendo legs.
wait till you put the extendo legs on him and have him in like a kicking position. It's so cool because it's so nostalgic to the game, and it's just brings back those memories. It's so awesome, and it looks great too. It doesn't look silly, you know what I mean? It looks like, yeah, this is how he's supposed to go.
He looks kind of badass. Like he
He
looks more
is, dude.
badass than the video game character.
Yeah, he's a really good looking figure, and those figures articulate amazing, dude. They're super highly articulated. Jada really
Yeah.
knocked it out of the park with those figures, man. For $20 figures, shit, man, they killed it this year with those things. So awesome.
Yeah, I hunted with him for a while. I mean, hunted for him for a while.
Yeah,
Again, to this day, I've still never seen a Jada Toy Street Fighter figure in the store, except at like I saw like what was it, Ryu at like Fye, but not like at a Target for retail price. I never
yeah,
saw it.
yeah,
This one, he was just on a Big Bad Toy Store, and I was like, you know what, forget it. I'm not going to
yeah,
find him. Let me just get it because I want him.
yeah,
And not for nothing, I don't know in canon if Dawson is supposed to be Indian or not, but there's not a lot of Indian action figures, so I've always considered that he was Indian, and had to get him.
yeah. Super dope,
Pretty
dude.
cool.
It's a good pickup, bro.
Hell of all. I can't wait to check him out. But I think I'll be able to stop there because Dawson was the one that like meant something to me from back in the day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Terrence St. John said that his girlfriend called him the jelly variants. I think he was talking about the Operation Monster Force. You
Yeah.
can see that.
Give me
Pretty
one
cool.
sec. I'll be right back.
Yeah, dude. So yeah, guys, that's my haul. Let me know if you have grabbed any of these guys yourselves. Terrence, are you on Purple Gang Gang actually tonight? Let me know about that. Curtis says he won't believe Target carries Street Fighter until he sees it in firsthand. I've never seen it. I guess they have. I feel like I've seen pictures of it. What's up, Greg? Big Greg, formerly the Brute Scale. Thanks for stopping by, man. You working today? Did you make any money? I hope so, my friend. Swinging through.
Sorry,
Greg, Big Greg coming through to say what's up.
What's up, Greg's?
But oh, you know what? I forgot about this. Curtis has been trying to big up here. The Mezco Casey Jones has come out now.
Yeah,
Curtis grabbed himself and Curtis had to make his own modifications, shall we say, to it.
Yeah, what was that modification? I saw the picture of it. And I couldn't understand what he had done to it. I wasn't.
There's a clue in Curtis's comment here. Speaking of packages, how about that Casey Jones by Mezco?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure why somebody would need to customize Casey Jones's package, but whatever floats your boat, man. No worries.
Oh, I get it now.
Whoa, Greg, what happened? Greg says he sold 2 cars today, got into an accident. Some folks ran into his door as he was getting out.
Oh,
Holy crap.
dude.
I'm imagining Greg getting out of his car, like, and they like hit the door into him, but he's like Colossus and it just bounces off.
Yeah, he just put his hand out and the car full on bounced off of him. Yeah. Glad to hear you're okay though, brother, but that does suck.
Yeah, man.
Getting into any accident freaking sucks balls, bro, because the insurance companies are asses with that kind of
Yeah.
stuff, and you never get your money's worth, especially what you put out for insurance costs. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Insurance. It's an awesome thing to have where it's like, okay, buy it because you need it, blah, blah, blah. And then if you ever need it, they try not to pay.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
What if I tried not to pay?
Total car and see if it gets you anything near what you had before. You know what I mean? It's freaking ridiculous.
This guy's cool.
Yeah, that's
He's
cool,
fun.
man.
All right, man. I'm running out of gas a little bit. But I didn't know if we were going to be able to go live today because I wasn't sure what time we were going to get back and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm glad we're able to, man. Thanks for being flexible and hopping on.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Steph Ork tonight because yesterday we had a very, very heartfelt conversation and had a good time talking to each other for about a little over 2 hours straight. And
Oh, wow.
yeah, it was cool to really kind of get that vibe with her, man. Me and her are on a definitely cool wavelength that and an understanding with each other that we definitely vibe with each other, and it was really cool to kind of talk to her on that level. And like I said, just yeah, like I said, extending that branch of friendship between all of us and creating these bonds of just letting people into our lives and just beyond like the action figures and the toys, you know what I mean, to really get to know people as for who they really are, and understanding each other, and just like I said, opening up this community and stretching out to from coast to coast, you know what I mean, and just having those friendships to lean on when you need them, and people to talk to, and I know, like I said, so many people go through so many different issues in life, and have you know you know anxiety, issues, or mental depression or whatnot. And it's really, like I said, it's really more than I can speak to, as far as like having people out there that, like I said, you can actually admire and trust and embrace, and you know bring into your life, that you can share stuff with. So yeah, thank you, Steph. Like I said, it was so heartfelt to, like I said, have you there as a friend to, like I said, open up and definitely talk to somebody. And yeah, I appreciate you, love you.
That's awesome, man. No doubt. Steph is freaking cool ass people. She's a mainstay too at like all the local conventions and stuff like that, and some of the conventions that are
Absolutely.
far away. She's
Absolutely.
there chilling, hanging out. I can't wait to hang out with her at RetroCon. And as a matter of fact, speak of the Empress, Steph is in the house.
Big ups, man.
Look,
Big ups to
getting
Steph.
all getting all kinds of love too. Thomas says Steph is a gem. Amber, of course, says she's so great. We love you, Steph. And of course, that's another cool thing. We talk about like the community and stuff like that, but it is, it's a safe, it's a pretty safe space for people that like, people have things with, anxiety or just whatever it is, man. Like we're all there to make sure that everybody's like feels safe, happy, can enjoy things.
Yeah.
Curtis has been
Yeah.
very open about his anxiety issues.
Yeah.
So it's
And
just cool
and
to know that this is there.
and especially coming from, all the years that I've been a part of so many different toy communities and groups and stuff. I memean, I've seen the worst in humankind, you know what I mean, with all the toxicity and shit talking and,
Mhm,
it's just it's gotten old for a long, long time. So to have something where, like I said, you actually meet real people that you can, vibe with and talk to, and like I said, just bring into your inner circle where normally you wouldn't feel as comfortable doing that. It's like I said, it's a great feeling. So like I said, thank you to you, Steph, Amber, Ryan, Curtis, everyone, Thomas Bellet, Bill. I mean, all the friends that I've
mhm.
made throughout the years here. It's just like I said, it's more than I can express.
Yeah, I'm so thankful to have this, this whole thing, and like so much of it, it just feels like it happened by accident, like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you and Ryan, like Ryan, I just met from just going to intern for a day and then running into him at shows all the time, and the three of us getting close, like through like sort of this show, and like just even in the last year or so, you guys know about stuff that have sort of tough things that I had to go through in my life, and
Yeah.
you guys have always been there, like it's just a cool thing to have, that feels like it sort of came out of nowhere. And
Yeah.
I'm very thankful for it. And that's like on a deep, like personal level. You guys are personal friends of mine.
Yeah.
And just in general, just to have this thing. Like I've told this story before. I was at ZoloCon early this year in February. And I was talking to G, Guaisagwe,
Mhm.
Echeverria.
Mhm.
Echeverria.
Echeverria.
Um, Echeverria. I know that's Curtis needs some help with his rolling his R's. But we were just chilling, just talking, and like he was talking about his kids and stuff, and I told him I was like, like we were talking about like some personal stuff a little bit, um, but just how cool it was to be there. And I told him a true story just from that morning when I was driving there, like, and how happy I was to be driving to RetroCon or whatever. And it sort of struck me all of a sudden. I just felt really lucky. I'm like, this is kind of cool. Like, I'm right now, 46 years old in the car driving to this convention with all this stuff that I just love being a part of, and this, different things that I like looking at. But to go and see my friends that like are into the same stuff, but we don't always love the same stuff, and we can talk about it, go back and forth on it. And like, there's, people there that you can like hang out in this hobby with, but also people that have become close personal friends.
Yeah.
And the thing that really, really struck me was, not everybody has this, I don't think. I think most people don't, as a matter of fact. So I just felt very grateful at that moment and at that time. And that's what I keep thinking of, whenever, I'm a part of either a convention or just a conversation.
Yeah, I mean, as you should. I mean, like I said, people don't realize like how, you know, blessed we are to have this community and to have the friends that we've made throughout the short time that we've had together. And it seems like, some of these friendships seems like you guys have been my friends literally forever, you know what I mean? And that's how fast and how strong these relationships have grown. So, yeah, I mean, and there's like you said, there's so many literally thousands of people out there that have nothing like this to lean on in their life. And a lot of people out there struggle without, human communication. And so it's definitely a blessing, more than we can ever imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the first time meeting Thomas at Legion's Con, just walking around with his friend Sam, and they were kind of just new to the community and kind of looking around. And I just walked right up to both of those and just started a conversation and introduced myself and gave them a couple little con exclusive pieces that I believe who made those at the time. I think it was Noah Pratt made the little flasks that said Cabal above all, and I
Yep.
gave them
Mhm.
those little things, and they were like super stoked. They were like, "Oh, this is so cool!" And like I said, just breaking that ice, man, and just saying, "Hey, man, what's your name?" And I'm so and so, and yeah, I know who you are online, and yeah, I've seen your name on the Cabal or whatever, and yeah, glad to meet you. And what are you about, man? Let's chop it up. You know what I mean? That's all it takes, man. It just takes one step, and like I said, it's never a bad thing to, extend that olive branch to somebody.
Curtis says, if Hedgehog is in the community long enough, he may actually start opening his toys. One step at a time.
One day.
One day at a time.
Baby steps,
Listen,
baby. Baby steps.
One figure at a time, baby. Listen, just tonight, look at this. Yeah. 2 figures opened up already.
Yeah.
Tonight.
We're on a roll, man. That's it. That's progress. That's called progress. It's awesome.
All right, guys. That was fun. A little lighthearted fun. A little true close to the heart moments there. Yep. Yeah, and here's the thing. Anthony says it right here. Like, we all have a little fun, joke around and stuff like that, but it takes 2 seconds to be nice to somebody, and it can mean a lot. You don't know what somebody else is kind of going through. So just be nice to people. Just be cool. Remember the number 1 rule, be cool. Like, it's the number 1 rule.
Yep.
Like,
that's it.
Just be cool to people. So, all right, my friend. It's been good chatting with you for a while. I look forward to next week. We should be good to go for next week.
Yes, sir.
We'll see what's I'm sure there'll be a ton of RetroCon talk next week. Don't forget, guys, RetroCon's in 2 weeks. It would be, you had to do it.
Yep. True too. True too.
Listen, RetroCon in 2 weeks, Oaks, Pennsylvania is another one of those chances to come hang out in person and be with people. Like I said before, it's a cool convention, tons of cool toys, lots of vintage toys, Legions figures, pop culture personalities, vehicles and stuff. But really, the coolest thing about it is the chance to come hang out with some of these people that you don't get to see all the time at the Mid-Atlantic meetup portion on Sunday, especially both days, but especially on Sunday. So I hope to see as many of you in person as possible. Eric, we'll miss you, but this is just another stop on the road to Legions Con when we get to hang out in person again.
It's all worth it in the end, man. It's all worth it in the end. Trust me. Once we're all together, yeah, it's always worth the wait.
All right. All right.
You as well, Amber.
See you next week, guys.
Yep.
Peace out.
Peace.